Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start off the Wachumeqimeqi Deliveries. And before anyone tells me I'm pronouncing that wrong, I think I should probably explain what the name is. So the name, actually before I can explain the name, I need to explain what the heck these delivery quests even are. In Shadowbringers, they changed the job quests and they just plain got rid of them and instead added it in role quests. Well, crafters and gatherers also had their own class quests, and to replace those, they ended up creating the crystalline mean deliveries. I forget what they're called, and then that ended basically the job quests for crafters and gatherers. So the name, Wachumeqimeqi Deliveries, and that's how I'm going to pronounce it because it sounds closer to the phonetic pronunciation that you might hear in this region and the way that they've been talking about it. Or the way that they've pronounced the Q's and stuff. But the joke is that since we're going to be doing a bunch of crafting, is the name, if you pronounce it a bit differently, is Wachumeqimeqi. Yes, I'm serious. That's actually what it's supposed to be. And so you could make the argument that that's how I'm supposed to be pronouncing it, but, you know, that doesn't really make sense considering the way that they pronounce Q's and stuff. So I'm going to call it Wachumeqimeqi, and we're going to roll with it. I don't care what anyone else says. Anyway, we start those off by talking to Ropli over here, who we met during MSQ. I think he repaired like Wicklemont's armor or something. He basically runs this area of Wachumeqimeqi. Let's go ahead and talk to Ropli and get started. Rot in Wachumeqimeqi. Ropli hopes you are the artisan he's been looking for. I sure am. I mean, look, I got my crafting gear and stuff. Let's ignore the indicator, the pentamelded indicators, and say that I have a full crafted set. Okay, thanks. Well, if it isn't brilliant, forgive me, but I couldn't help but notice the tools you are carrying on your person. Yeah, I do have a big, giant, glowing gold hammer. You wouldn't happen to be a skilled tradeswoman, would you? Well, maybe. That's why I have my crafting gear on. As I mentioned when you visited alongside the third promise, Wachumeqimeqi is in dire need of skilled artisans like Fonjontine. A number of our shops are beset with problems large and small, you see, and having the assistance of one such as you would be most welcome. Of course, a service rendered is a service paid for, and we've plenty of scripts with which we can fill your pockets. Well, that's why the script exchange is over there. Procuring supplies from the open seas has brought no small number into my possession, and I understand the currency is also used extensively across the salt. With that said, I'd like to first introduce you to the folks you'll be working with. You needn't decide right away, of course. Take your time to consider my offer, and come speak to me again once you've made up your mind. I mean, that's why we're here. Come to take up my offer, I see. Just one last thing before we go. In the language of my people, Wachumeqimeqi means House of Countless Beads. I see the market as a home where folks of all kinds may come, connect, and carve out a niche for themselves. Please bear this in mind, as you may encounter things to which you're not accustomed. Now then, off we go. Alright, he's going to introduce us to each one of the groups that we're going to be helping out, because that's how all these quests are. It's kind of like the role quests, where they have, like, in Shadowbringers, they had the bar, and then you had to go and help each one of the people. In this case, it's going to be each one of the shops, apparently. Good, that's nearly everyone. I thought it best if they were aware of who you are before you show up on their doorstep offering your services. Hello, ma'am. Let's go in order, shall we? Starting with Zral's Soj Metalwares. Zral's Soj deals in all things metal, particularly when it comes to daily necessities. Unfortunately, she's been recently confronted with an issue that's put her very reputation at stake. She seeks a metal worker that understands the importance of punctuality. I am very punctual. I always get so frustrated when people are just late to everything.
Next we have epistles. Yeah, that's right. Epistles by Pemeka, who's an eponymous. I read that. That's one of the words I learned from reading out the sightseeing points, because I'm attempting to do a video on that, but like I don't know if I'll actually finish it. But we'll see later. We'll see eventually. Who's the eponymous owner pens official documents, transcribes letters for those who cannot do so themselves, and more. She's presently in need of one skilled in treating parchment, textiles, leather, and the like. The Roll-Jaw Juicecraft serves some of the most unique beverages I dare say one will ever encounter. It's just a shame no one's lining up to drink them. If you've any expertise with the culinary arts or alchemy, I would love for you to assist her in revitalizing her shop. Fish Fancy's Danu Hanu is a bit of an eccentric establishment. You see, Danu Hanu deals in fish that he fancies. Unfortunately for him, his tastes are a touch too unconventional for the average customer, and he's anxious sales may not pick up. As for Shiyune's Apothecary, I regret to say that its owner was unable to spare even a moment for introductions. That said, if you fancy yourself a miner or gatherer, you'll undoubtedly find his wares of great interest. Shuni deals in all sorts of curious flora and minerals, you see. Alas, his sole employee appears to be in poor shape, and I grow more worried about the store by the day. Oh, took too long. I believe that covers everything, more or less. It is my wish that both customers and shop owners feel mutual satisfaction with their transactions in the market. That is, that this house of countless beads may shine more brilliantly than ever. With your help, I believe that a wish will come true. I look forward to seeing what you accomplish, Brilliant. Alright, sounds good to me. Because I've already maxed all my crafters and gatherers, so we're not gonna really care about the XP. You may now undertake Wachumeqimeqi Deliveries. Seek out shopkeepers in need of aid, and lend them a helping hand to make the markets a brighter place one store at a time. Sounds good to me. So I'm just gonna be going in order of the order that they have on the wiki, which I think is the order that they introduced them there. Which means I guess we're gonna deal with the chest wrap girl.